fading. The Reach is ours once again. Take cover.
Who are they, Sokareth? Is it the Aspects?
No. Razageth's kin.
The last echoes of her storm are fading. She is truly gone.
We should be devouring her murderers' hearts.
Do not underestimate them, Farak. Our sister's overconfidence was her downfall. While the Aspect's power has waned, their forces grow stronger. And we must even the scales.
They kept so many secrets. From us. And even from each other.
It is here. Neltharion's betrayal shattered their unity. Left fissures in their hearts. Yet the pain he inflicted was only the beginning.
Embers. His hidden laboratory.
One last secret, deep within the earth.
The location of Embers must lie within this vessel. I will decipher its knowledge.
What use are Neltharion's twisted experiments to us?
The laboratory itself is of no consequence. But the molten fire that powers it, that we can use.
Keep eyes on them, Desrin. Whatever remains of Neltharion's legacy belongs to us.
Hello everybody, Tallara here, and welcome back to Dragonflight. As you can see by that cinematic, we have a new zone to explore. We returned to the Forbidden Reach in the last patch, 10.07, but 10.1 is officially here, which is the first major patch and content update for Dragonflight, and with it is going to bring a brand new zone. Apparently Neltharion had some spooky underground lair. We're going to join up with the Black Dragonflight to investigate it. So the whole gang is here, Rathian, Sibelian, and Abyssian. We didn't have a Black Dragonflight representative here at the Seat of the Aspects previously, so it's nice to see everyone. Sibelian, of course, is the new player to the game, the one who is hiding in Outland. Rathian's over here reading a book, and Abyssian is the one who actually wants to speak to us.
I am glad you are here.
The Aspects have gathered. Let us not keep them waiting.
Be careful. These are trying times.
As you can see, Rathian and Sibelian are also ready. If the Aspects have news of the Incarnate's actions, then the Black Dragonflight is prepared to answer the call. Come, they are eager to speak with us.
We must rise above our own conflict before we can soar. Lifebinder, the champion has arrived. Tell us what has happened.
We have received disturbing news. The Incarnates have attacked the Onaran border.
Well, that's not good.
Holth Aldon Shi.
Though unclear, Iridikron's actions tell us there is a plan in motion. Come, Tallara, let us discuss how best to end the terror he intends to unleash against Azeroth. What news is there of the Incarnates?
Halt! You trespass in Shakar territory! Explain what you are doing here.
Can we get on with it? You said we'd find it here.
We have. From what I have transcribed, Neltharion had a hidden path to Aberrus, just below this ridge.
Sealed beneath earth and water. Undisturbed for thousands of years.
Then let us open the way.
For rock, you will feast upon the elemental power below. Wake the elders from their slumber and incinerate any who stand in our way.
Exquisite. In his wake, the Drakthir will succumb to the temptation of Aberrus and unleash the Aspect's darkest nightmares.
Come, we have much to do. Let the children of Neltharion claim their birthright.
Why usher for rock below instead of going himself?
Iridikron has always had his schemes, but Farrak has only sought out power. Whatever they seek will bring suffering to dragons and mortals alike. Abyssian, Sibelian, Rathion, we must call upon you to pursue him with the champion.
It will be done, Lifebinder.
We will ensure Farrak's destruction.
Whatever it takes.
So that was super interesting. It appears the Drakthir are at the center of the Primalist plans this time around. We have the powers of all the dragon aspects except the Black Dragonflight. That has been siphoned from us, probably for good reason. But I guess opening the way down is going to allow the Drakthir to access the Black Dragonflight's powers, with which I guess the Primalists are hoping to turn some of us against our friends here.
There is honor in service.
I've read what I can about the Incarnates. Farak is every ounce as powerful as a Ridicron, only lacking the discipline to focus that strength into singular goals. He would be just as happy burning his own followers down as he would our people. This will be a fight that all the Isle's denizens have a stake in.
The winds guide you.
Do not underestimate the incarnates. Fair skies and strong winds to you all.
The Aspects have requested our help. As protectors of the Isles and Dragonkind, we are more than willing. I must locate Emberthal and ask her to join. I believe I can recruit her to our cause, as long as we remain committed to hers against the Sundered Flame in the future. Meet Sibelian and Rathian at the site of the Incarnate's devastation.
Aspects watch over you. I must recruit Emberthal to our quest. Wait for me at the entrance.
Got it.
Why? Surely we four are more than enough.
I made a promise to her that we would assist each other in our pursuits.
Then make haste, Abyssian. We cannot let this incarnate slip through our grasp.
So cool watching them all transform like that. Alright, off they go. So we're gonna meet them at the location where we saw the Incarnates opening a new path. One thing I do want to say about the Primalists, their visage forms are really cool. Like, just seeing them in that cutscene standing together, they look freaking awesome. So they may be the bad guys, but I can't deny them their style points. They definitely look really cool. So, I guess it's over this way somewhere, they said. Oh yes, here it is. I see the giant hole in the ground now. I think this is it. Wait, did I think I might have went too far ahead. I think this is definitely the right way, but I think I went too far ahead. I gotta meet up with the gang first. I think they're actually up here. Yeah, here we go.
We only want to examine that pile of ash, friend. No harm intended.
Uh-oh, we've got a standoff here between Rathian and the Shakar.
Stop wasting time, Rathian. The giant hole bored through bedrock should be our primary concern, while Abyssian forces us to wait.
Alright, what's going on here? Perfect timing, Tallara. It would seem my efforts to investigate this area are not welcome. Would you mind helping me straighten out this situation?
Every action has consequences.
This centaur practically attacked us upon our arrival. He seems quite protective over this burning pile of ashes. I know you've worked alongside the Shakar before. Would you speak to him? I would like to confirm what happened here. There is no chance that this is all a coincidence. If it connects to the Incarnates at all, we must learn all we can.
Until next time.
Tallara, yours is the most welcome face. Are these dragons with you? Well, more like she is with us, but yes. Very well, let us talk. I may have need for your assistance again.
Are you good?
These two descended upon me without warning while I tended to my fallen comrade. They are with you, then I'm willing to lower my guard. What happened here? There was a great calamity last night. I know not the cause of it, but the earth quaked like we have never felt before. All of us at Timberstep were accounted for except for a single guard, Shalkeel. We sent search parties into the Marwood, but found no trace of him. Not until this morning when I came to this cliffside. This is all that's left, a pile of ashes. I was only able to identify him by the engraving on his spear. I attempted to move the ashes, but they won't stop burning. I've never seen anything like it before. Our only option is to bury him here at the site of his death. I asked Rosha to aid me in the burial, but there are too many repairs to make in the village. Would you help me instead, Tallara? Well, first, did you see anything else? Primalists, many of them. A horde trampled their way through the canyon below and into that hole in the earth. The look on their faces tells me you'll be following their trail. I can only warn you to be wary and to be prepared.
Get some rest.
Alright, well, first up we will help his poor friend inspect this pile of ashes. The flames will not subside, the ash cannot be moved. He must be buried here where he fell, or his spirit won't be led to Anara. Pile of ash wafts pungent scents of sulfur and death up to your nostrils. Its flames refuse to subside. The only solace for this poor soul, the ash used to be, is that the overwhelming ferocity of their attacker ensured a quick death. Here's their spear. The etchings on the spear tell us this warrior's feats, as well as his name, Shalkeel. A Shikar spear that's been thoroughly singed. Its wielder must have dropped it before being fully engulfed in flame. The only identifiable marks are the artesian tear etchings of the Centaur language upon the shaft.
Can I trust you?
Abyssian dawdles while the incarnates breathe destruction on our land. I tire of waiting for him to arrive. Have you learned anything? The tunnel beneath us was recently bored. So recently, in fact, that I can still feel the heat coming off it from here. Well, yeah, I just accidentally flew down there, and I can tell you, it, still lots of lava. There are also impressions of ice and earth on the edge of the cliffside. It is as if the ground itself has been manipulated and turned into pure element. There is no doubt this is the work of the incarnates.
Very well. We will meet again later.
You stand before the Black Prince.
I begin to see why Firak was sealed away. Your assistance, as always, has been invaluable.
We can only assume this brutality was the work of Firak. I will leave you to it, my friend. Take what time you need.
Got it. We gotta help this guy out.
This tunnel is massive. Was it just for Firak, or did he bring an army with him?
And he seems to be wasting no time now that he is free.
We wait upon Abyssian, then.
Trying to help out my Shikar friend here, but they
Show me your hands.
are having convos that I wanted to listen in on. Anyway, Shalkeel deserves to be seen off properly. I want to dress his burial area and say a few words. I know your time is precious, but would you take the shovel and bury his ashes while I perform the rites?
May your arrow always lie true.
I brought a shovel, but I find myself quite fragile. Would you mind taking this burden, Tallara? Shalkeel was a true master of the spear, prodigious even. It is fitting that he ensured his weapon's safety even when confronted by death. His skill was born of all things from his uncertainty of his martial aptitude, of his ability to protect our home, and of the admiration his loved ones gave.
Welcome.
Ever relentless training
Story for you.
allowed Shalkeel to hide from those that cared for him. It made him great as he was lonely. If only you had known how welcome you were. Was the thought of opening up to friends more frightening than a fight with the incarnates? Ah, I'm being unfair. You fought for our people even when you could not do so for yourself. That was how you showed your love, and I will question it no further. Brave Shalkeel of the Shikar, let the strength of your spear and the howl of your companion fill you with pride. Pride and peace. Goodbye, my dear friend. I wish I could compensate you for this act, but I have no diplomatic medals or legendary weapons to bestow, Tallara. Just know that I could not have shouldered the weight of this day alone. A heart followed by loss takes time. A heart hollowed by loss takes time to fill again. Be well, and thank you.
Heed your blind spots.
No, he actually did give us something good. He gave us Shalkeel's Remembrance, which is a neck piece. Token of gratitude for your assistance with the burial of Shalkeel, brave warrior of the Centaur clan Shikar, first to combat Firak the Blazing. So we did get a good thing after all. Now he's got a nice grave, and oh my god, look, I think this was his animal companion. He's lying by his grave. Good boy. Oh, my heart. Okay, that's done, so we can catch up with these two now.
You stand before the rightful heir.
Yeah, whatever you say, civilian. The Centaur's report of primalist forces pushing into the underground after Firak changes the situation. Rathian and I believe it would be a tactical mistake to dawdle here any longer, waiting for Abyssian and his protege to arrive. We still wish for you to join us. If you are ready, then we three should proceed together.
Mistakes were made.
Every moment we delay works to our foe's advantage.
By the time Abyssian finds his Drakthir friend, the Primalists will have completed their schemes.
I mean, I don't disagree with their plan. There's 3 of us. We can charge in here and Bissine can catch up. So we're back in the cave that I accidentally sort of explored earlier. They made quite the tunnel here. This is crazy. Leading right into the new zone, it appears, as we got hit by a loading screen. Right into a cutscene.
See, Rathian, they have been marshalling a defense while we tarried. Rathian.
Did you hear that? A voice.
Uh-oh.
Rathian, pay attention.
Yes, of course. These primalists do not stand a chance.
There are quite a number of them. Let me know when you are ready to discuss a plan, champion.
It is never good when the Black Dragonflight hears voices, especially when we're so deep underground, so we're gonna have to keep an eye on Rathian for sure.
Tell me of Azeroth.
Ferock is our prey. These peons are just stalling us. So what's the plan?
I am the keep low. We have not been spotted.
I usually prefer the stealthy approach as well, but now is the time to let dragons be dragons. Remind these weaklings who they are dealing with.
Rathian, no! You are just going to
terrify them? Make them reevaluate their life choices? Agreed.
Ha ha! I knew you order-addled fools would come! Remember the name Lorak! I ensure these caverns will be your tomb! You think dragons fall so easily?
Stop! He is baiting us, Rathian!
Oh, that blasted! We have lost the element of surprise. Champion, take on the ground forces, and I will support you from the air.
Got it. This isn't new for Rathian being sort of reckless and hot-headed, but at the same time, I have a feeling perhaps the voices he's hearing might be to blame, which again, not a good sign. At least Sibelian doesn't seem to have heard them yet, so that's good. We'll lean on him for right now.
I must get closer.
I do not have a target.
Your endless
require a target.
strategy will not win you the throne.
I do not have a target.
Oh god. Cliffkeeper Boldani has arrived. Get to him in a second once I get rid of these Earthborns. Those earthen spikes really like to launch me in the air. Got him.
Gold man, allow me to clear the way for you. Insufferable.
Sibelian is not pleased with Rathian's behavior right now. So I guess we're gonna deal with primalists of all the elements, or at least the 3 from the incarnates that were outside. First we had earth, now we've got fire, and then presumably we'll have water as well. If my theory holds weight.
Now they try to best the black Dragonflight with fire? How cute. Indeed. Their grasp of effective stratagem is only surpassed by yours, Rathian. Kick the braggart off his walking.
Alright, fire is down. Where'd my dragon's friends go? Must have went on ahead. Oh, they're there.
Lord Farak was unconcerned, but I knew you'd follow. I am a planner. I am prepared.
Okay, good for you, monstrous mud. Glad to hear you're a planner. Literally shouting it from the rooftops. I am a planner!
Attack them by mud minions.
Mud minions? He's down. Now we have to fight Summit Shaper Lorok. Or I think it was Lorok talking to us the whole time. I think he was on the back of the mud guy. Can't plan for everything, dude.
I've got muck in my boots. Disgusting.
I must admit, Rathian, you acquitted yourself well in the fight.
Well, thank you, civilian.
Once we have dealt with this flame incarnate, I will be sure to find a place for you among my troops.
Your troops?
Civilian!
Do it. The key is to bonk them in just the right spot with a 10-ton crystal. Oh, my joints will be hurting later tonight. Anywho,
who is this cutie?
You look like you're new around these parts. Welcome, Uplander. I'm Honeypelt.
Well, this is adorable. Hello, Elder Honeypelt.
Uplander, aren't you? You've gotten yourself into quite the bind.
You could say that.
Some help?
Yes, please. All you can see is my nose and eyes. Please help me, Elder Honeypelt.
Well, there is a familiar scent.
To say you smell lost is an understatement.
I can't wait to smell your next adventure.
Ain't nothing to be afraid of down here. I mean, except the big old deep flayers. And the killer snails. And the poisonous spore bats. Maybe the falling rocks too, but those aren't a problem if you can burrow in the dirt.
Always be prepared for monsters.
Have you seen these deep flayers before? Well, of course you have. You were almost eaten by one. They're getting a little too cozy to me and my people's settlement nearby, and need to be dealt with. Inside the cave, outside the cave, they're all over the place. That's why I came here in the first place. Since I can tell we'll be rambling around with each other for a bit, why not give me a hand?
Without good escape routes.
I mean, if you can get me out of here, I'll give you a hand. You're smelling real down and out there, kid. Can't imagine what you've been through to end up here. Well, it don't matter. We Niffin ain't the sort to leave anyone behind. Especially not people who are about to be served up as a deep flayer's snack. This master sniffin' snout of mine can smell you didn't come down here to our Zarelek cavern alone. What say we get you out of those crystals and find your friends?
Good luck hunting. Don't worry, I've got excellent control of my claws. It's my eyesight that's never been good.
Don't you need eyesight for proper claws? Alright, time for us to brace for a strong strike from Honeypelt.
There you go, Uplander. What say we go find those friends I smell on you?
Thank you very much. His voice is so cute. I'm obsessed with Honeypelt.
Well, aren't you just the most aromatic thing?
Can you lead me to my companions?
Shouldn't be a problem. They may be out of sight, but very little escapes this nose.
Oh. Oh. Wow, he can move very fast. Alright. We'll follow him. Guess along the way we need to get rid of some of these deep flares as well, lest they turn anyone else into a pile of crystals. He was actually guarding some treasure, which is always nice. Here's a stolen stash. No idea where Honeypelt went, but I guess we'll just make our way down, killing the flares as we go. Wait a minute. What is that up here? Is that a dragon? Nope, it's not a dragon. It's a bunch of flare corpses. Perhaps that means a dragon has been here. Let's take these guys down. Okay. Man, there are so many of these guys down here. No wonder Honeypelt came to try to cull some. I can only imagine how much of a threat they pose to his village if they come in these numbers. That's 6 out of 8 taken down already. No sign of our friends yet, though.
Can you deal with these deep players? I need the space to slip out where your friend is.
Got it. You can count on me, Honeypot. Honeypelt. Whatever your name is. Honey something. Give the all clear. Honeypelt's in this pile of dirt. Come on out, bud. Okay.
Oh no! Your friend was dragged off by a deep flayer. This way.
Oh dear. I like how his sniffs are so powerful they look like a tiny vacuum. Oh, okay, and this is what I came to earlier, was this pile of dirt. This is,
Not here either. Just more deep flayers. Take care of them so they can't bamboozle my sniffer.
Got it. Can't let them bamboozle your sniffer.
Do not have the target.
Alright, all clear. Time for vacuum sniffer.
Oh, I got it now. Your friend spends a lot of time trying to smell nice, doesn't he?
Must be talking about Rathian.
Oh, there we go. Smells like spices and expensive oils, with just a note of flop sweat underneath.
It's Rathian.
Get me out of these blasted crystals. They are blocking my ability to transform.
Uh-oh.
Behind you, those foul creatures are back.
I got it, Rathian. Don't pee your pants.
Just relax and let your friend the Upland protect our lives. While these claws may be old, but they're still sharp enough
I
to
am
slice you
out of
open
range.
if you wiggle it.
Thank you, my friend. I normally do not fall prey to such creatures.
I mean, I don't know about you, Rathian, but these are the first time I've ever even seen such creatures. So yeah, normally we don't fall prey to them, you could say. Alright, just one dragon left to find. We, more than took care of the quest of our sweet little honey pelt. He wanted us to take care of 4 of these deep flares, but we've taken down much more than that, so all's well that ends well. Looks like we need to actually head out of the cave. I'm going the right way. Rathian and Honeypelt went way far ahead. I'm just assuming I'm following their trail at this point. Ah yes, emerging into a larger cavern. Oh, cool, and there's Sibelian.
I just expected more after listening to you boast about how you slew N'Zoth single-handedly.
It was a team effort. Something you are incapable of understanding.
We are the Black Dragonflight. That means something. Neltharion would never have fallen to such a foe.
Comparing yourself to Daddy Dearest?
Oh.
You have shown your true colors if that is your aspiration.
They just straight up disappeared there in front of us. Oops. Anyway, thank you for your help, Honeypelt. You seem like a rough and tumble sort. I like you. I mean, you smell weird to me, but I still like you.
Sniff out good escape routes.
Did you make friends with any of the Flayers? Just kidding. That was a joke.
My cousins. They couldn't stand each other either. I'd use them to flush out bone spiders with their bickering. Well, Uplander, I could use some assistance. I figure since I saved your sniffer, least you could do is help me with some hunting.
For sure, I'll help you out. First, we'll talk about rescuing my companions. Told you we'd sniff out your companions, though it seems like they're carrying a lot of dirt on their backs. The figurative kind, I mean. Anyway, if you're willing to pay back the favor of me rescuing you, I've still got some business here.
I can't wait to smell your next adventure.
I didn't come all the way out here to save your sniffers, you know. The deep flayers are vicious and stubborn, like obsidian ore. We've tried to lead them from our town by leaving out food and such, but they're all too keen to attack our sparrow caravans. It's the biggin ruling over 'em that'll be trouble. Want to pay me back? Let's you, me, and your cologne-scented friend hunt it down together. I've got the perfect bait we can use, too.
Good luck hunting beasties. Well, let's get going. I've got the most stinky bait. It'll be perfect.
Oh, great. Just toss the stinky bait.
Before we start, I know my relationship with Sibelian is certainly strained, but our behavior back there was out of line. I think it is this place. Something out there is testing my mental defenses, worming its way through my mind and keeping my teeth on edge. I will speak to Sibelian about the outburst in my own time. Things are never simple with him. You both have my apologies.
Oh.
You boys just need to sniff it out. Words can hurt, but the nose never lies. Well,
Words of wisdom right there.
We set a trap with these chunks of meat. The big and deep flare we're after will be lured into our ambush by the smell.
Alright, off they go. I gotta say, shout out to Rathian. He's self-aware, he understands that something's happening that's piercing at his mental defenses, and he apologized. So, you know, as much as you could say Rathian's a big angry kid, he is growing more self-aware by the day, which I appreciate. It makes me wonder, though, is there another old god trapped down underneath these caverns, and is that why he's finding it so difficult? Regardless, those two have ran off, so we're gonna have to go catch up with them. But before we do, I think we should call it a day here. It's been a pretty exciting day. We've made it all the way down into these caverns, covered in deep flares. Hopefully we'll help out our new friend Honeypelt, and maybe then he'll invite us back to his village or something. I guess we'll have to see. Thanks everyone so much for watching, and looking forward to continuing our 10.1 adventures together.